Good afternoon, footy fans. Welcome to TIO Stadium for this round 11 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League match between 6th place Nightcliff and 7th place Wanderers. I'm Stu Davis. I'm here with Heidi Thompson. Heidi.
G'day Stu, how are you going?
Good, thank you. Should have a contest on our hands today, Heidi.
Most definitely, really excited about this game. So
Wanderers with the first clearance out of the centre. Long kick from Bilius goes inside the forward 50, where Nightcliff first hands to the ball. A quick kick out, but it's come back Wanderers' way. And Shayla Khan gets the kick in there for Wanderers, but dribbles out of bounds next to the behind post in the left forward pocket for Wanderers. So yeah, Nightcliff vastly improved this year over their first few years in the competition. They've won 5 games to date, so some good signs there.
Yeah, I think they would be pretty disappointed from last week, getting beaten by Saints, and they'll be out for a pretty tough contest today, I think, against Wanderers.
So the boundary throw-in goes over the back of the rucks there, but forced along the ground outside defensive 50 for Nightcliff. Paddled around on the ground a bit. A kick off the ground by Michaela Ward. No, she picks it up, in fact, in the centre, right off to Miskin Rippier, who drives long inside 50 for Nightcliff. The ball's tumbling towards the goal square. First back there is Georgia Halkitis for Wanderers. She picks up the ball, is tackled straight away and gets a hand pass away. But it's Nightcliff with a shot on goal around the corner from the player in the long sleeves there in
Emily Wolseley.
So a really good snap at goal there, and must be the cooler weather bringing out the long sleeves, Heidi.
I don't know about that. Lucky there was some rain today to cool it down, but still pretty hot and humid and muggy out there. But what a fantastic start for Nightcliff. I thought Tashara Davin had the wood over them then, just putting a little shepherd on and getting the hands, but really good pressure and forced a turnover.
Yeah, so early goal to Nightcliff after Wanderers took it forward early, but so yeah, 6th and 7th on the table, both with 5 wins, so really looking forward to a close contest here.
Kat Simmons in the ruck for Nightcliff, played a number of games for Thunder. Really good to see her back out there.
She wins this hit out, but patted forward by Morgan Johnston for Wanderers, and they get the clearance out of the centre. Good hands in there, but not taken cleanly, but picked up this time. Bit of pressure from the Nightcliff defence, and quick hand pass out the back gives Nightcliff the opportunity to come out again through
2 Thunder players going at it here. Chantel Miskin-Rippier and Morgan Johnston.
Chantel wins out this time.
She does.
And drives the ball along the wing. Michaela Ward there picks up, looks for the hand pass back inside, but misses the target there. Bit of strong body work by Ivana Schober, and then picks up the ball and drives it forward for Wanderers again. Some good work on the ground there by Shakeen Desachi, but eventually it comes out, and she wins a free kick for an incorrect disposal there. So a bit quieter last week. We're looking forward to see how she goes this week.
She's been one of their standout players week to week. Last week a little bit quiet, like you said, but started really well today.
So there's a snap around the corner from Kiona Desachi, but it bounced into the behind post. And it'll be a boundary throw in.
We've got Michaela Ward out there today, so she didn't play, last week, but she's back on deck this week. Callum Ward's sister and Bulldogs VFLW captain as well, so a lot of experience out there to lead their forward line.
Boundary throw in falls a bit short. Was taken down there by Schober, had a snap on goal and missed to the right hand side. And first score on the board for Wanderers is a behind, and looks like Hannah Turnbull bring this one in, and drives it out towards the grandstand side looking for Miskin Rippier. Ball goes over her head. She's tackled without the ball there, and will take the free kick. Couple of options down the wing. She goes for the shorter one, but it scoots past, and it's a contest right in front of the grandstand here. Some good work in there by Jamila Totten, and she wins the free kick for being held without the ball. Brings it inboard now, but it's a bit long for Sophia Malboy there. But over the back, Wanderers are first to it. Lucy Motlop did some good work picking the ball up.
Jade DeMello chase down tackle.
Yeah,
love that.
So kick goes inside the centre square. First back there is Huahuiwa, but she can't pick the ball up. A bit of a push out there, but play on's the call. Picked up in there by Wolsey. Hand passes back to DeMello, and she drives Nightcliff forward again. Battle for the ball at half forward for Nightcliff. Some strong work by Ward. Gets a bit of a hand pass out, but it's Wanderers who get their hands on the ball, and Sophia Malboy picks up nicely, runs around and drives Wanderers forward again. Johnson out there picks up and evades the Nightcliff player, looks short, but the numbers look to be with Nightcliff there this time, and it's pushed out the back. Hand pass comes out, and Nightcliff will have the opportunity to clear out of defence. A good hand pass across to Simmons. She's tackled with the ball, spills loose, and umpire calls play on. Some more heavy work in there. Sophia Malboy with the tackle, and then picks up and hand passes. Morgan Johnston now
playing a bit of soccer there. Morgan missed it on the first touch, and she's tried to kick it off the ground.
And still trying to work it out here, and a quick kick comes away by Turnbull towards the centre circles.
Ward's been strong early.
That's a good
she
tackle.
Got caught there. Jamila Totham. Great tackle.
Yeah, it's a second free kick for holding the ball. So a couple of good tackles by Jamila Totham. She drives out to half forward here.
Perfect bounce for Tashara Davin.
And a beautiful kick inside 50, just short of her teammate there in Desachi. But the pressure's still on. Simmons this time picks up across half back and drives out towards the outer wing, where it's a bit of a foot race between one from each side. Sophia Malboy first there, gets a toe to the ball. It's a bit of a throw over the top, I think that's been called, and so it's Nightcliff who'll take the free kick on the outer wing.
Good to see Jade DeMello back. She's been in Perth for a couple of weeks, and this will be her final game for the year. She might get a couple of games in January coming back, but I think she's relocating back to Perth.
Okay. I think it's going to be everyone's final game for the year.
That's right, correct.
So we've got a free kick for Wanderers now. Not the best looking kick there, but teammates first to the ball, gets a good hand pass out, but chopped off by Nightcliff there. Morgan Johnston in there, picks up, gets the hand pass over, and Wanderers go forward again. Out in front was Pierre-Angelique Larkus, who finds a teammate out there, and Shayla Khan. She kicks in and hits Shakeen Desachi on the chest. About 30 out on a pretty acute angle.
Yeah, as we mentioned, a standout performer over the past couple of rounds of NTFL Women's Premier League. See if she can sort this one through.
On the way now. It's going right to the goal line, but Nightcliff hand on it there. Oh, kicked off the ground and out on the full by the Nightcliff defender. And Wanderers will have another opportunity to have a look at the goal. So it looks like it's Kiona Desachi there with the free kick. Makes a bit of space for herself, tries to kick round the corner, but it's into the player on the mark and touched over the boundary line. So we'll have a restart next to the behind post.
Bit wet and greasy out there, do you think, Stu?
Yeah, it was a bit in the early game, but it dried out towards the end of it. So
it seems to be skidding along the ground as it hits.
Yeah, we had some heavy rain early in the day, that's for sure. The boundary umpire's got a decent throw in it. The Rucks will have to adjust to that. That's a couple that have gone over their heads. So anyway, we've got a free kick here to the Wanderers ruck. It's Savannah Schober. She kicks it towards the forward pocket there, off hands. A strong tackle, but the ball spills free. And it's Yamandi again who kicks out, but the intercept mark's taken by Chantel Vivi for Wanderers. And she'll drive Wanderers back. She's looking to go towards the top of the goal square now. Kicks in high, off hands over the back. Nightcliff for first there. And a quick kick out. Jade DeMello coming across, takes the ball cleanly and drives out towards the grandstand side. It slips out the back where Chantel Miskin-Rippier has the ball at her feet, picks up now but is tackled, and the ball spills free, so that's incorrect disposal. And a good tackle by Olympia Mullaney. She drives Wanderers forward again. Ball's punched away, comes to ground, and a push there And Grace Skiing will take the free kick for
I feel
Nightcliff.
like the team that is cleaner today will probably get the win.
Yeah.
Just there with Chantel Miskin-Rippier, just needed to pick it up first touch, and she had all that greenery to run through.
Yeah, makes a big difference if you can be clean and get away. Otherwise, you just get bogged down and the pack forms around you. But it was a punch out of bounds that time, and so we'll have another boundary throw in. So, Ruxty battle goes over the top again. All taken in there by Letitia Lloyd. Had a strong game last week, but ball was forced out of her hand that time. Jade DeMello this time first to the ball, taps it in front of herself, and nicely done by Hua Hariwa out there. Flicked it up to a teammate. Ball's on the ground now, comes out the back again. Morgan Johnston in there for Wanderers, picks the ball up, but he's tackled straight away, and the umpire will ball this one up at centre half forward for Nightcliff. So Nightcliff haven't had in the forward line a lot, but they've got the only goal on the board. Some strong work there by Michaela Wood, but a good tackle as well. She had to hand pass away, and Jade DeMello takes the intercept mark for Nightcliff and drives them back inside 50 now, but that kicks off line, chipped in there by Alkitis, and drives Wanderers forward again. Nice work there by Desachi. And here's an opportunity for Wanderers. There's plenty of space there. Looks like Shayala Khan with the ball in front of her, picks up cleanly and puts Wanderers' first goal on the board. So
great goal, and just with that use of picking the ball up quickly and cleanly there, kicking it to space was a great option.
Yeah, so Shakeen Desachi there had the ball quickly on the boot, saw that her teammate was out in space, and kicked it over the top, let her run onto it. So some good teamwork there by Wanderers, and they're rewarded with a goal, and that puts them in front. So and they've probably had the bulk of the play so far in the first quarter. I was saying before that Nightcliff haven't gone forward too often, but they had the only goal on the board. But that was a good passage from out of defence, and a deserving goal to Wanderers.
Yeah, really exciting play to give a couple of these Nightcliff girls get up and running. Michaela Ward, Chantel Miskin-Rippier, Jade DeMello, who have had a fair piece of the footy and just a bit cleaner. Wanderers might be in a bit of strife.
So Simmons wins this hit out. Chantel Miskin-Rippier's first to it, picks up and gets a hand pass across here to DeMello. Avoids a couple of opposition players there and hand passes back inside looking for Simmons. Ball's on the ground again, and DeMello hand passes out in front of Miskin-Rippier. She mishandles there and gives Wanderers the opportunity to come in. Letitia Lloyd with a quick kick. Good hand pass across there by Amy Narkle. And it's Maria Bilius for Wanderers who brings them out of defence. A strong mark in front, out on the outer side there. And looked like Shayala Khan that was, but that one's chopped off in defence by Kiara Gamandi. And umpire's blowing the whistle here. It's a free kick to Grace Skian for Nightcliff on the edge of the square towards the outer wing. She drives it high towards centre half forward. Over the back, it's Wanderers who are first there. Hand pass comes across. Amy Narkle again gets a kick forward, but it's all Nightcliff there. Ball's fumbled, but now it's Hannah Turnbull who kicks it back towards centre half forward. And Nightcliff first hands on the ball, but Wanderers
just needed to be cleaner there, Danny Wiseman. If first touch and get into their forward line, they might get a roll on.
So Kiara Gamandi again doing some good work in defence for Nightcliff. She kicks this one out wide looking for Chantel Miskin-Rippier. Can't quite take the mark under pressure, but recovers first. Hand passes forward, and it's going to be a contest on the ground. Some heavy body work in there. Sophia Malboy picks up for Wanderers, hand passes forward, and her teammates come in, but there's plenty of pressure around the ball. Spills out now to Deanna Peckham. She kicks forward, but it's all Nightcliff there. And
nice structure there from Kat Simmons, holding her structure and layer behind the ball, and being able to intercept.
Yeah, but tried to beat the tackle there and got caught.
Yeah,
so
just trying to be a bit too fancy. Just needed to get it on the boot in the right direction.
Maria Bilius for Wanderers drives them forward, but taken over the back by Laura de Hommel. She Kicks the ball across towards the centre of the ground where Wolsey's tackled and the ball spills out. And bit of wrestling with the ball in hand there, and the umpire will ball it up.
Love to see a bit of contest method in here. Seems like a bit of rugby at the moment.
So Wolsey with that hit out, and Nightcliff come forward with a hand pass, but it was towards the opposition. And have to scramble for the ball on the ground again. It's umpire's giving it plenty of time to come out, which it does eventually. And a Turnbull in there for Nightcliff, doing some strong work. Picks up now, he's tackled and doesn't dispose of the ball correctly. So Maria Bilius for Wanderers will take the free kick across half-back.
Having another strong game, Bilius.
So Wanderers going forward, but Nightcliff first back there. Looked like Simmons again caught with the ball. And it'll be a Wanderers free kick on the outer side. Just inside forward 50, but a strong intercept mark taken there by the Nightcliff defender. Chips in short, looking for Simmons, couldn't quite hold on to the mark. And we have another whistle
might have been
here.
Held off the ball there.
So Shaila Khan with the free kick on the outer side. And a strong contest mark taken there. Looks like it's Shakeen Dasachi. And yeah, she's done some strong work in this first quarter and been clean with her hands.
Just a kick after the siren.
Yeah, have to be one of her best, I think. It's on its way now, right to the goal line. It goes,
Might be.
it clears the pack there, and bit of good body work on the goal line, allowed the ball to go over the top. And
Fantastic way to finish the quarter for Wanderers.
Yeah.
Been really strong, Shakeen, through that first quarter, just in front of her player, leading up the ground, and super clean in these conditions is going to be the difference, I think.
I think that was the late goal was just reward for Wanderers. I think they've had the better of the play so far. So at quarter time, it's Wanderers 2-1-13, leading Nightcliff 1 goal.
We're here for when the heavens open and the winds howl. We're here for when the water just won't stop. We're here for the wet and we're here for the dry. We're here because we know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
And there's nowhere else we'd rather be either. TIO Home Insurance. We're for Territorians.
So we can feel wherever you feel, together real, together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down.
Mother Nature can be frighteningly predictable in the Territory this time of year. Heavy rains and damaging winds can cause significant problems and disruption, particularly if you're unprepared, while downed power lines and flash flooding can be lethal. To ensure you're ready, visit powerwater.com.au/safety or text SAFETY to 0428 323 991 for more information. Because staying safe and ready around Mother Nature should be second nature.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona.
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Flight Centre.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
Come and see us.
Still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport Concept Store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence.
No more! Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
You are one of almost 140,000 people living in an area at risk of being affected by a cyclone this wet season. In your cyclone kit, you will need a battery-operated radio and torch with spare batteries, enough food and at least 10 litres of water per person to sustain you and your family for 72 hours or more. Remember, all important documentation such as passports, photos and insurance policies should be kept in a safe and waterproof place. Be prepared this wet season. Brought to you by TIO.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin, where we've got a pretty good contest between the 6th and 7th place teams, Nightcliff and Wanderers, and the winner of this game the opportunity to go into 5th place after Pint lost on the number 2 oval today. Heidi?
Yeah, a lot to play for. I think Shannon Miller won't be happy with her troops in that first quarter. They had heaps of the ball and they just didn't use it very well, lacked composure, weren't clean, seemed to play on when they needed to get rid of it and hit a few more targets. So I'm sure they would have been the instructions at quarter time.
And conversely, Wanderers were pretty good when they went forward and dominated the possession for most part of the game. But we'll start again and see how we've done. A strong hit out there, but taken by Rose Russell for Nightcliff with a quick kick forward. Clean pick-up out there by Brianna Richards, but she was tackled and the ball spilled out. Some strong work in and under. Chantel Miskin-Rippier tries to break through there, but is caught in the tackle, and it's Morgan Johnston who'll take that free kick for Wanderers just in their defensive half of the ground.
I really like that from Morgan. Just took time, composed herself and hit up to Shara Davin on the wing. Now they've got a bit of run through Sophia Malboy.
Yeah, so three of their better players linking up there and into a fourth one. Yes, it's Shakeen Desachi again, who kicked that goal right on the side. This is a long kick in towards the goal square, but just drifted out and bounced across the boundary line. So a promising build up there and a strong kick in, but off target, and Wanderers have the opportunity with the ball in their forward pocket. And,
just looking at the structure here, we've got plenty of one-on-ones, some good positioning on the 50 here. So the footy does come
hit
out.
There by Wolsey, but it's picked up by Wanderers. It's Letitia Lloyd on the bottom of the pack there, and umpire Bailey Pinedo will come in and ball this one up again. Side forward 50 for Wanderers. Hit out there, won by Emily Wolsey, and she followed up with the kick off the ground and drove the ball out of the defensive 50 for Nightcliff. Morgan Johnston was first onto it out there, but couldn't get a clean disposal away. But this time the kick's gone over the boundary line on the full, and Morgan Johnston, of course, makes her way to get there first and take the free kick. I'm not sure if she was
does.
the closest.
Well, DeMello got caught by Morgan there with the tackle, so it was the forward pressure. She probably thought she earned the kick.
Kick comes inside and a push there to Tashara Davin, and she'll take the free kick and look to put Wanderers inside their forward 50 again. That's a good kick and a strong mark. Strong mark again.
She's everywhere.
Shakeen Desachis, who we're talking about, of course, and she is everywhere. She's been in virtually all of Wanderers' attacking moves. Kicks long to the goal square over the back. It's off hands and eventually goes through for a minor score. So I don't know what Shannon Miller's going to do about Desachi out there, but
need to get that match up right.
Kick comes in. That's a good mark taken low to the ground by Emmylou Wolsey for Nightcliff, and she kicks to the outer side now.
Ward in a 2-on-1, but takes it quite easily there.
Very strong overhead, and I need her to get into the game a bit more, I think, to start picking back this 8-point lead. But it's Wanderers again. Oh, another strong mark by Ward. Intercept mark this time. She kicks short, but some good defensive work out there, and Wanderers drive the ball forward. It's close to the boundary line. Was off hands back into play, but eventually was forced over the boundary line. So we're just around from the forward pocket for Wanderers on the outer side of the ground. Almost 4 minutes into this second quarter, just the one minor score for Wanderers so far, but the ball's been pretty much camped inside their forward 50. Ball comes over the rucks, over the back of the rucks this time. DeMello in there, but picked up nicely by Laura de Hommel. Her kick goes direct towards the boundary line. Be interesting to see how the umpire sees that one, but
not deliberate.
Gives the benefit of the doubt, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
They seem to be getting stuck over in that pocket, Nightcliff. They get the ball and it seems to go bang it, wheel around and bang it on their right. Maybe they need to look for a switch kick.
The throw-in's contested there on the 50-metre arc. Picked up by Vivi, but the ball's knocked out of her hands. Wolsey picks up, hand passes forward, but Morgan Johnston for Wanderers is there. Chips in short, and now the kick comes in deep into the forward line again for Wanderers. A quick kick around the corner as she was tackled, and that was Pierre-Angelique Kalakis who was tackled, got the kick to the ball, but dribbled over the boundary line next to the behind post. So another boundary throw in. This fella on the boundary is getting plenty of work.
Got Sophie Armistead front and centre here of the contest. Hoping to see her get a little bit more involved and more impact. Should be really dangerous.
So the ball spills out the back. Morgan Johnston tries to evade a couple of tackles, but she's caught there and will be penalised. Plenty of pressure on from a couple of Nightcliff players.
Nightcliff do here that she's looked right again. Probably going to go back to density.
And that'll be a 50-metre penalty. Morgan Johnston anticipating that she was playing on.
Yep,
but,
it's that move on, play on call.
Yep.
Gets you fooled sometimes. Got to wait for play on.
So it's Laura de Hommel who takes the advantage of that 50-metre penalty. She's right down to the centre of the ground now, and she's looking to go out of side again. Kat Simmons there, and strong overhead. Oh, it's Michaela Ward. Sorry, strong overhead mark. So that's 3 this quarter. So
yeah, it seems to be a fair game plan of Nightcliff to look for Michaela Ward.
Yep. But kicks astray, and Hannah Turnbull will be the first there, and picks up. Is tackled though, tries to break the tackle. Umpire gives her a bit of time to do that, but it's
fancy footwork from Shakeen again.
Yeah, drives the ball in long. It's going right towards the goal line.
Just exciting.
Just the wrong side of the goal post, and through for another minor score. But she's lighting this game up, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's really hit her straps. Lots of confidence in that big boot of hers.
Ball comes off hands. DeMello picks up, kicks in short, and finds Wolsey at half back. She plays on straight away, but someone's just come off the bench here for Wanderers and gets first to the ball. That's Lucy Motlop. She's tackled strongly, but umpire says she infringed in tackling, and
unlucky there.
Yeah,
She
I
had
think
really
so.
good position to tackle her to the ground. It's just unfortunate that it was a bit of front contact to the ground with her head.
So Lucy Motlop kicks the ball inside forward 50 for Wanderers. It's on the ground and head over the ball and caught high. So Emma Lou Wolsey will take the free kick here. She drives towards the grandstand wing. Danielle Wiseman going in there but couldn't get her hands to it. Back first is Georgia Halkitis, who was pretty strong in defence last week. And
Yeah, been pretty quiet today.
Yeah.
Hasn't really needed to do too much work.
Kick inside by Kalakis towards centre half forward. Good centering ball. Desachi in there and Serena Corrie, but ball comes out the back and Wanderers trying to protect her teammate there, but
playing a bit more of a team game, but it just didn't turn out very well for them there.
and Turnbull got the hand pass out for Wanderers, but put her teammate under pressure. And
This is Jamila Totham, an under-18 player who was in our academy, Antique Under Academy squad this year, and she's really come along in leaps and bounds.
so quick kick back inside by Wolsey for Nightcliff, and inside the centre square. But kick forward by Hua Hariwa for Wanderers, but chopped off again by Wolsey, who's getting a fair bit of ball in this second quarter. Kicks towards the wing on the grandstand side here. That'll bounce inside and bounce over the boundary line.
Could be a free kick here. Yep. Being last touch.
Yep. So it's Georgia Halkitis with the free kick. Doesn't look to be anyone on the mark. She plays on quickly, goes down the line, but ball bounces over the line in front of Kiona Desachi, and it'll be another free kick because it's inside the arcs again.
Hannah Turnbull's going to take the kick here.
Daughter of Helen Brahm, of course, who's the team manager for Nightcliff and was the team manager for Thunder Women. Did an outstanding job.
Yes, we love Helen. Unique, funny, tells it as it is. That's what we want.
Yep. Honesty is the best policy. So we'll have another boundary throw in here, just forward of the wing for Wanderers. Simmons in there for Nightcliff. Keeps the ball in front of her. On the ground, Michaela Ward with some strong work gets a hand pass out. But bit of a scramble in there at the moment. Turnbull picks up and drives Nightcliff forward again, but it's Totham for Wanderers. He kicks forward. Oh, the ball's taken nicely, but then got a bit of stage fright, I think, and got caught in the tackle.
Left-hand handball, in fact, Stu. She
That's
went to
right.
go the left-hand handball and backed into traffic to go on her right.
Yeah, didn't trust herself with it. Good, strong intercept mark taken there by Georgia Halkitis for Wanderers, and drives them forward again. Turnbull's first to the ball in front. Does well to take it and hand pass inside to a teammate, but ball comes back and Halkitis is claiming the mark. I think it was off hands, and the umpire saw it that way. And,
She tried to fool them.
eventually it spills over the boundary line. No, you can't fool Sam Cunningham like that. So we'll have another boundary throw in right on the centre wing here.
I think Nightcliff might be missing a little bit of direction in the midfield. Just need a bit of talk and control and tempo. Look at all the Wanderers players in there.
So Simmons picks up now, gets a hand pass across to Miskin Ripia. Ball spills over the back. Opportunity here for Nightcliff. It's picked up by Wolsey, but Wanderers are pretty well set up behind the ball there, and it's Letitia Lloyd who picks up and kicks Wanderers forward, looking for Sophia Malboy on the outer wing. She toes it in front of herself, now picks up, gets a hand pass away under pressure, and her teammate Khan comes in, but she's also under pressure. The ball comes out now.
Stoppage here is a huge win for Wanderers. The ball's come out, but I think Malboy was on a 3-on-1 then. Somehow managed to hold it up.
Did well, and that's under the feet of the players again. Spills out the back. No one can get it away cleanly at the moment, but eventually the hack kick comes forward for Wanderers. Oh, just got a hand to the ball in. And that's an interesting looking hand pass, and umpire didn't like it, said that's a throw in fact, and so it'll be a free kick for Wanderers. Kiona Desachi just at the top of the goal square.
A relation, do you think?
I'd imagine so. Not the most common name. Kick's good, and goal umpire Kim Parnell signals that's a goal, and Wanderers stretch that lead. The first goal for the quarter.
Yeah, I must make mention that they are missing Eliza Morrison for Nightcliff, who would be running the show in the midfield there, also on the wing in the forward line. I just think they're lacking a bit of direction and leadership in there. Michaela Ward doing a bunch of work, but just they're not playing the team game. Wanderers are playing a bit more for each other, and it seems like there's a heap of Nightcliff players trying to win the ball when they just need to stay out.
Yeah, I think Shannon Miller will be pretty disappointed with Eliza taking holidays in season, but
that's right. That won't happen again.
So umpire Sam Cunningham to get us started again. And Nightcliff need to get something going here, otherwise the game will get away from them. Kat Simmons with the hit out, but no clear possession there, and we'll have another ball up. And Simmons again in ruck wins this hit out, but it's the opposition who are first to the ball. Simmons doing some work out there to keep the ball in front of her. A pretty rough looking tackle there, and it'll be a free kick to Deanna Peckham for
And
Wanderers.
you can see the Wanderers players just looking for a target to Shara Davin on the lead, but fumbles in front.
Oh, some strong work again. Wanderers with the ball.
No love lost at all in this game.
Chantal Miskin-Rippier comes through strongly now, keeps the ball in front of herself. Sophia Malboy picks up nicely, gets a hand pass in front, and then was tackled after the ball had gone.
And that's what happens when you clean and you get rid of it quickly and a player commits to the tackle.
Yeah,
really smart play from Malboy.
And she obviously felt she was under pressure, got it out and played it very well. So Malboy drives the ball forward, and a strong mark taken down there by Kiona Desachi. Drives the ball towards the 50-metre arc, goes over the back. Ball's tapped forward by Vivi, but it's Wolsey back there for Nightcliff. Wins the ball on the ground, allows her teammate to kick out of defence. Wolsey again.
Slippery ball by the looks.
Yeah.
Slipping through legs and hands.
Well, clean pick up in there, and some good work by Armistead. Hand past the ball forward, but not too much of an advantage. Spills to the ground now, and now an opportunity for Nightcliff with Michaela Ward. Picks up, wheels around, but her kick's smothered, and good teamwork there by Wanderers, but nice intercept mark taken by Rose Russell. Nightcliff there kicks a bit of a wobbler going forward, and Letitia Lloyd tidies up for Wanderers, drives them forward again, but out in front first is Serena Corrie, but she was infringed with there.
Clumsy there.
Yeah.
Not intentional at all, and the player just seemed to go to her knees, and unfortunately she came through and made head-high contact.
But no damage done by the looks, and she got her kick out wide. Nightcliff with a chance here. Wolsey, good hand pass across to Simmons. Simmons finds a player in space. Hand pass comes back inside, and Nightcliff have the opportunity now to go forward. Beats them. So Wanderers only the one goal that quarter, but they've stretched that lead a little bit. They have. So
yeah, I think Nightcliff just struggling with some skill execution errors, with firstly picking the ball up, but then hitting a target a couple of times down here in front of the commentary box here. They could have looked inboard, but just continue to go back to density, and Wanderers were there in numbers.
Yeah, so probably in the end a bit fortunate that the damage isn't a bit more on the scoreboard, but some work for Shannon Miller to do with her troops for the second half. So at half time anyway, at TIO Stadium, it's Wanderers 3-3-21, leading Nightcliff 1 goal.
We're here for when the heavens open and the winds howl. We're here for when the water just won't stop. We're here for the wet, and we're here for the dry. We're here because we know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
And there's nowhere else we'd rather be either. TIO Home Insurance. We're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
kilonewton centrifugal force, infrared remote control.
How does he do it?
24.5 kilowatt diesel motor.
He doesn't just know how to operate every piece of Kennard's high gear we get in, but also its service details, its safety checks. I don't know.
It's as if he can hypnotise each piece.
Give me 2 passes with sauce. Coffee white with 1 bun with icing. No, pink icing.
Yep, no worries, Terry.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence.
No more!
Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Looking for the best and brightest to join your team? At Quality People, we specialise in finding quality, hard-to-get professionals, and we have an office right here in Darwin. Kick your recruitment goals with Quality People. qualitypeople.com.au.
Now that's quality.
You are one of almost 140,000 people living in an area at risk of being affected by a cyclone this wet season. In your cyclone kit, you will need a battery-operated radio and torch with spare batteries, enough food and at least 10 litres of water per person to sustain you and your family for 72 hours or more. Remember, all important documentation such as passports, photos and insurance policies should be kept in a safe and waterproof place. Be prepared this wet season. Brought to you by TIO.
On Territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble.
Choosing a health fund can be tricky. Some are too big, too small, or just not right at all. But with Territory Health Fund, you can make sure your cover is the right fit.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
You go home and get your standies, I'll go home and get my panties, and away we'll go. Oh, shuffle up the buffalo, shuffle up the buffalo. Oh.
Wedding or birthday is coming up? Maybe a get-together with friends and family. Waratah Clubhouse at Gardens Oval is the perfect venue for your next community function. Celebrate in the home to one of Darwin's iconic football clubs, Waratah Clubhouse.
Students from Mindarie School in Central Australia and Nayu Community Daly River travel to Darwin to participate in the Michael Long Learning Leadership Centre Employment Pathways program. Here's a rundown of what they got up to.
We spent the afternoon learning from rangers who are leaders in our community who look after our country. On our second day, we explored employment pathway at CDU.
At CDU, we learned about careers in health and learned new skills on how to care for sick patients.
On Thursday, we will be participating in work experience at AFLNT. Today, we prepared for this by writing a CV and cover letters. We experienced an interview and had to explain why we wanted the job.
We got up so early today to go to Northforce. We did fitness training, learned about jobs in Northforce, and got to view lots of equipment.
In the afternoon, we visited Aboriginal broadcasting. Some of us got to go on radio, others made TV commercials.
Today we got to work at the AFLMTs. The choices were reception, media, maintenance and game development. And one group had the chance to work with Karen Sheldon Catering.
We are learning about tourism and hospitality at school. This morning we saw all the jobs available in a hotel and visited Crocodiles Cove. The crocodiles were awesome and they were heaps of people with cool jobs here too.
The thing I liked most about this week was everything.
Teaching other kids.
The Crocodiles Cove catering.
Game development because we went to Marara and teach the kids how to play footy.
Training.
I like playing games with the kids and teaching them things.
Going to Northforce and looking at their cool equipments.
For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the second half of this round 11 Women's Premier League match. Wanderers had a pretty good start, and be interesting to see if Nightcliff come out with a bit more fire in the belly after half time. But it looks like they've only got 3 players in the middle to start, so that's not the...
No, I think she was tucked in behind Sophie
Oh,
Armstead
sorry.
there. Yeah.
So we have a whistle and...
Sure what happened there.
Well, it's a Wanderers free kick anyway to the ruck player. So kicks out to the grandstand side, and ball's taken there by Tashara Davin. Plays on straight away, drives straight down the corridor. Some good hands there by Desachi again, and excellent finish as well. So
Perfect start for Wanderers, not the start that Nightcliff would have wanted though. If they get firing, they're probably going to put Wanderers under a fair bit of pressure, but at the moment they just seem second to the footy and lacking a bit of structure and a bit of direction, like I said earlier. So Wanderers have taken full advantage there. Tashara Davin has really started to make some impact, and playing on quickly to a one-on-one to Shakeen was the perfect option.
yeah, so clean hands by Tashara, played on straight away. Clean hands by Shakeen, and a good finish. So
yeah, she knows how to find goals.
Yeah.
For someone who I thought was a key defender at the start of the season, she's starting to rack up the goals.
So here we go again. Wolsey wins this tap for Nightcliff, but it's Wanderers with some good structure around the ball there. Hand pass out the back and a kick forward, but it's Chelsea Pember who got the kick in for Nightcliff, but chopped off by Kalakis for Wanderers. She drives the ball forward. Oh, strong tackle there, and prevented the hand pass, so it's a holding the ball free kick. And Nightcliff come forward. Chantal Miskin-Rippier takes the mark in the fingertips, and will drive Nightcliff forward inside 50. Ball goes over the back. Ball's not picked up cleanly there, and now Jade DeMello picks up, centres the ball in, but it's all Wanderers there, and Tashara Davin in the right place. Read it best and takes the mark, and now relieves for Wanderers. Ball's over the back here, picked up by Shoba. She hand passes inboard, but it's Nightcliff now with the opportunity. Miskin-Rippier, the ball slips out of her hands there. She taps it forward, gets it back again. Ball slips out of her hand again as she's tackled, and she'll be penalised. So some good endeavour, but
Could do with the left foot there.
Yeah.
Chantal Miskin-Rippier, just trying to get it on the right each time.
Yeah.
So working the non-dominant side of the body, handy.
And some clever evasive work there by Tashara Davin, and drives it forward. It's Shayla Kane out there.
Quick play on advantage here with Morgan Johnston.
And she hits up Shakeen Desachi out on the outer half forward flank, centres the ball.
That she's looking for.
Maria Bilius has floated down there, kicks off the ground, and another goal to Wanderers. So Maria's played in defence for the first game and a half that we've seen this season, and she's floated forward there and
took her opportunity very quickly there, just summed it up, really aware of the game and knew that probably she didn't have time to pick up the ball, so socketed it off the ground for a lovely goal.
So this game's starting to get away from Nightcliff now, and you know, they're a couple of goals down at half time, and thought they were an opportunity if they came out and controlled the ball a bit, but Wanderers have quickly put a couple of goals on the board, and now it's looking like a long way back for Nightcliff.
Yeah, just need to hit their targets. They had a really good opportunity out on the wing here with Chantal Miskin-Rippier, and I think it went over Kat Simmons' head and was chopped off quickly through to Tashara Davin. So if they hit their targets there and they're quick and on the boot, they can get it going forward. They might be in with a chance to change the momentum of this game.
So from the restart, ball's off the ground towards Wanderers' attacking end again. Hand pass comes out, and it's Morgan Johnston in a bit of space, but
Hannah Turnbull.
Very strong tackle there, Morgan.
That's her bread and butter for Turnbull. I've seen many games of Nightcliff of her doing exactly that, chase down tackles, and then getting them out of trouble in the back line here, working well with Chantel Miskin-Ripia.
Yeah. Finds the target, and she goes back and drives long now. And a good overhead mark taken there by Brianna
free
Richards.
Players here. If she looks left, she's gone right.
To go to the pocket. She's found
okay.
a player. It's Jade DeMello, but still a bit of a way to get to the goal. DeMello looking around, chips into Chantel Miskin-Ripia. It's a good kick and well taken, just inside 50. She drives long towards the top of the goal square now. Oh, great hands there by Emma Lou Wolsey.
I thought Shara Dabin had that then.
Oh, she almost took it out of her hands, I think.
But, it was remarkable.
Very strong, and a badly needed goal here for Nightcliff. So Emily Wolseley, of course, is their only goal kicker so far with that snapshot in the first quarter. And no mistake here. And Nightcliff are back on the
Interesting celebration.
On the board. Yeah.
She's played well.
She has played well.
Wolseley, she's been in amongst it and really deserved that goal.
Yeah, she did a lot of work in defence in the second quarter, and when she's gone forward, she's taken the opportunities and got the 2 goals that Nightcliff have on the board, as we've said. So hopefully that can be the start of something a bit more.
To spark something.
So Nightcliff got some of their guns in the middle now with Michaela Ward and Chantel Miskin-Ripia.
Yeah, definitely one of their strongest midfield outfits out there now. See if they can make it count.
So, but Wanderers win the hit out. So Sophia Malboy with some quick hands out the back, and Wanderers go forward. Running onto the ball strongly there was Shayla Khan. She picks up the ball now and is tackled and penalised for holding the ball. So some strong defensive work back there, and Nightcliff the opportunity again. But it's Wanderers first on the ball from the kick that goes out. It's Lucy Motlop. Runs into some space, drives the ball in towards the goal square, but picked up back there by Wanderers. The ball, Nightcliff, sorry, it was Chelsea Pember, I think, back there, but the ball spilled out and was forced across for a minor score. Play on straight away by Turnbull.
Wow, Nightcliff are under all sorts of pressure here in kicking into a 3-on-1.
So it's Kalakis for Wanderers, who took the intercept mark. She's chipping it in forward now. But, over the back, Simmons for Nightcliff drives him up, but straight back into the hands of Kalakis again.
Just got that wall set up, Wanderers, and it's really hard to penetrate. I think Nightcliff are going to have to run and carry.
Yep.
Use the ball through the hands rather than by foot.
Chip kick in and strong mark in front, taken by Olympia Maloney. And she's now looking for options. Kick comes in towards the goal square. Simmons back there picks up off the ground, but she's tackled and didn't dispose of it properly. And Wanderers another opportunity for a shot on goal from almost directly in front. It's Deanna Peckham who made that tackle and was rewarded. And she's coming in now. The kick's off the side of the boot a bit. DeMello underneath it, I think, and she was interfered with. And we'll take the free kick. It's not DeMello, in fact. I think it's Grace Skiing. Miskin-Ripia fighting for the ball on the ground. It gets a hand pass out eventually. And Nightcliff had some numbers there. Eventually,
much better method around the contest there, but Jamila Totham having a great game in front of her player, in front of a Thunder player, in fact, Jade DeMello.
Kicks in long over the back. Ball runs out of bounds in front of Kiona Desachi, and deep in Wanderers' forward line. We'll have another boundary throw in. And Wanderers just trying to get organised with who's going to do the ruck work. It looks like Peckham's going to do that. Ball comes to the front there. And lots of pressure on whoever's trying to pick up the ball. No No one can get it out of there cleanly at this stage. It's dragged back in, and I think we're going to have another ball up here.
Yeah, pretty scrappy in there. If they can have one winning the ball and a couple out, then they might have a chance of getting the handball out.
Simmons gets a fist to this one, but kick doesn't go far. Some strong work in over the ball there.
Much better method here if they can get it out wide.
Right. And it's a Nightcliff free kick to Chantel Miskin-Rippier. She drives the ball looking for Michaela Ward. Got pushed underneath it a bit there, but allowed to play on. Morgan Johnston inside.
Neat little kick.
Yep, it's up her teammate in Amy Markle. And Markle goes short again. Finds a teammate in Peckham. Not much closer to goal, but still in possession. There's a wall of Nightcliff players there, and they'll rebound out of defence here, but only as far as Maria Bilius.
Yeah, smart play from Wanderers. Not trying to overkick the ball, just looking at shorter targets, having someone front and centre there to then get a forward entry.
Couldn't quite hold on to the mark there, but the kick comes forward by Kalakis towards the goal square. Nightcliff have got the numbers again, I think, but Wanderers fighting hard on the ground. There's Desace in there again. Snap at goal, but offline this time, and a minor score. So no joy there. Desace's got a couple of goals. I think she's got 3 or 4 points as well. So she's
yeah, she's been lively in the forward line. If Wanderers didn't have her there, I'm not sure where they'd get their scores from. I'm sure they'd find someone to replace her, but she's been superb.
So Miskin-Rippier brings the ball back in this time, goes over the head of all players there. Turnbull doing some heavy body work, had the jumper pulled, but still got to the ball first and got a hand pass inboard. Strong work again, through the legs there, unfortunately, for Nightcliff, and Wanderers had their hands on the ball, but it was the Nightcliff player that finished up on top of the ball.
Must have dragged it in.
Sophie
Armistead asking for a 50 there. Cheeky.
But, so pretty clever work by Sophie to trap the ball in under the Nightcliff player, I think, and win herself a free kick. Kicks deep into the forward line. Miskin-Rippier behind, tries to punch away. Ball comes to the ground. Desace picks up, slung without the ball, and will take the free kick. I think Miskin-Rippier might have the job on Desace now by the looks.
Yeah, I'd say so. Just lacking a bit of discipline there. Yeah. Getting frustrated. The game's starting to get away from them.
Desace driving long, but a good intercept mark taken back there by Hannah Turnbull.
And that's what I'd like to see a bit more of, the run and carry, take the steps. Jane DeMello can then do the same and hopefully hit over the back here.
So did find the play, but mark wasn't taken, but they've still got possession. The ball
neat kick
comes
inboard,
across a very
really nice to Danny Wiseman.
And, but Wanderers have flooded back pretty quickly. They've got plenty of numbers back there, but the kick comes in. It's touched off the boot. DeMello takes it, swings around the corner. But
good work rate from Wanderers. Something that was lacking the last game that we called the Wanderers game. They just didn't seem to have that two-way running, but a much fitter team today.
Morgan Johnston it was that intercept marked and played on. Went out wide and found Lucy Motlop, who's got a free kick out at half back on the outer side. She kicks along the wing, but Nightcliff seemed to have more numbers there. Bit of misunderstanding between the players there, and
just another example of lack of communication in that teamwork.
Yeah, they should have been able to mop that up pretty easily there, but instead Wanderers are coming away with it. Oh, strong tackle.
Fantastic tackle.
Again.
They certainly haven't given up. We'll give them that. Nightcliff are still working hard and have good energy and effort. It's just they need to make better decisions under pressure.
Morgan Johnson over the back. Drives the ball along that outer wing. Out in front was Shayala Khan. She butters up, gets the ball back, gets a handball away as she's tackled, but it's Nightcliff who come away with it. Ball comes inboard. Totten can't take that one off the chest, and some strong work inside again. sling tackle's been called here, and it'll be Nightcliff.
I'd love to see some spread here. Just lacking a bit of movement. If we can get some spread, then that's going to create the Wanderers players to actually try and have to man up and move.
It's a good pass down the line, and
well read.
Strong overhead mark taken by Ward. She kicks the ball across towards centre half forward, but chipping in there was Georgia Bilius for Wanderers with a good intercept mark. Strong hands overhead, and she looks to bring to the grandstand side, but the kick went off the boot a bit and went to the advantage of DeMello there. She couldn't take it the first time, but
really clever.
Tapped it in front of herself with the toe and kicks back to, hand passes back to Turnbull, who's a bit undecided what to do. But,
she's a defender in the forward line.
McDermott there for Nightcliff sees the ball go forward, battle for the ball on the ground, and Tashara Davin picks up cleanly, kicks dangerously across to the corridor, but Wanderers got a couple of players there, but Nightcliff have had a couple come in and support, so ball's loose on the ground now, but a free kick has been found for a high tackle, and it'll be Wanderers' Chantel Vivi who has the opportunity to relieve. She goes almost sideways out to her captain, Morgan Johnston, who picks up cleanly, ducks one way then the other, kicks round the corner.
Eats up a bit of time.
Yep. And, but Nightcliff with the numbers out there, drive the ball back in again, comes over the back. Opportunity here for Brianna Richards. She picks up now, but is tackled. Ball spills free. Kick comes back across, just out of the reach of Wolseley there. She picked it up, but was tackled as soon as she did. And a good strong tackle by Armistead, and we'll have a ball up inside.
Starting to see some tired Wanderers players, which doesn't surprise me because they've done a bunch of work tracking back.
Yeah.
This is really where they need to ensure they can get some turnovers here to create some forward entries. But Nightcliff are working hard in their forward line and got some good method out the back here if they can just get their hands free.
So they look to be going forward towards goal again, but the siren beat them. So
yeah, they seem to finish their quarters quite strongly.
Yeah,
but just can't capitalise.
Wanderers got a couple very early in the quarter, and Nightcliff had a fair bit of the play after that, but only the one goal on the board. So at three-quarter time, it's Wanderers 5-5-35, leading Nightcliff 2 goals.
We're here for when the heavens open and the winds howl. We're here for when the water just won't stop. We're here for the wet and we're here for the dry. We're here because we know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
And there's nowhere else we'd rather be either. TIO Home Insurance. We're for Territorians.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real, together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me
Mother Nature can be frighteningly predictable in the Territory this time of year. Heavy rains and damaging winds can cause significant problems and disruption, particularly if you're unprepared, while downed power lines and flash flooding can be lethal. To ensure you're ready, visit powerwater.com.au/safety or text SAFETY to 0428 323 991 for more information. Because staying safe and ready around Mother Nature should be second nature.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona?
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Flight Centre.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence.
No more!
Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
You are one of almost 140,000 people living in an area at risk of being affected by a cyclone this wet season. In your cyclone kit, you will need a battery-operated radio and torch with spare batteries, enough food and at least 10 litres of water per person to sustain you and your family for 72 hours or more. Remember, all important documentation such as passports, photos and insurance policies should be kept in a safe and waterproof place. Be prepared this wet season. Brought to you by TIO.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium. At just about to commence the last quarter in the last game before the Christmas break here in the TIO NTFL Women's Premier League competition. We've got 6th place Nightcliff against 7th place Wanderers, but Wanderers with all the running so far, Heidi.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with their structure behind the football. Dave Toddem would be, I would say, quite pleased with their performance, and a great way to finish the year.
So we're underway. It's Emma Wolsey over the top in ruck for Nightcliff, won that hit out. Pulls force forward, but Wanderers with some good structure around the ball again. Quick fire hand pass comes through and the kick comes forward by Kalakis, but an intercept mark there.
Probably overused the handball there. Morgan Johnson just needed to get it on the boot.
Riskin-Ripia out wide, drives him forward. DeMello the opportunity, picks up cleanly, runs to the 50, kicks inside. Got a battle for the ball on the ground, picked up nicely there. Michaela Ward gets a hand pass over the top. And the opportunity here to kick off the ground. It's dribbling towards goal, but just missed in
if
left
they
field
can
where it was.
lock it in here, then that's a great start to the fourth quarter and might just be the spark they need just to get driving for their final quarter.
So some free players out here for Wanderers out of defence. Chip kick comes down towards the wing, and Wanderers first there again. Picked up cleanly, but very strong tackle. Umpire said play on. It was Sophie Armistead who picked up, but ball's driven forward. We've got a holding free kick here, and looks like it's going Nightcliff's way.
Probably a bit of karma there in the end, 'cause I think Kiara Gamandi made a great tackle there, wasn't rewarded.
Players are a bit confused about whose free kick it is.
Might have been downfield.
Yeah,
Must have been.
But Emma Wolsey's wandered downfield and taken the free kick. Anyway, the ball's inside 50. And pass comes across. But the ball's stuck under a pack of players there, and we'll have a ball up about 30 metres out directly in front of Nightcliff's goal.
Too many Wanderers players unmarked here at the contest.
Strong
and it goes straight to one of the spares at the side.
Kick comes forward, nicely taken there by Letitia Lloyd. She ducked back and ducked herself into trouble and got caught with the ball. And Emma Wolsey again, prominent for Nightcliff, kicks in towards centre half forward, and a strong mark taken by Michaela Ward. She drives towards the top of the goal square, and the mark's taken there for Nightcliff by Brianna Richards.
That sort of play has been missing this game for Nightcliff. Great to see them find their feet.
Kick on goal. Looks like it's snuck in, and she's pretty excited about it.
Crowd's pretty happy about that.
Of course, Nightcliff men playing the next game, so the crowd's probably building a bit, but hasn't been a bad crowd today, and the footy's been pretty good too. So
yeah, those sort of plays are few and far between though for Nightcliff. Just the linking up of hands and then hitting a target. It's nice to have Michaela Ward there as a tall target to kick to and really safe overhead.
So it's 5-5 to 3-1, but Nightcliff have kicked the last 2 goals now, and if the momentum stays with them, then there's time for them still. So umpire Pinedo comes in, throws the ball up. No clean hit out there, but it comes out wide, and Nightcliff first with their hands on the ball, but hand pass comes out the back now, and a good forward hand pass there by Kalakis, but it's Nightcliff again. Jamandi who chopped it off, kicked it forward. Miskin Rippier gets a hand pass forward, but Wanderers have got some numbers. Chip kick comes out towards the boundary line in front of the interchange area, and keeps rolling out of bounds, so we'll have a restart.
Just want to watch the pairing off here, making sure that
no, it's a free kick in fact.
Free kick, is it?
Of course,
was it last touch?
Last touch out of bounds.
Fair enough.
So Rose Russell kicks in. Opportunity there for a teammate in skiing, but she couldn't take the mark. Wolsey did the strong work, but the umpire ruled that she threw the ball, and
unlucky because Chantel Miskin-Rippier was away there, and the umpires picked up a throw.
Yeah, so Sophia Malboy for Wanderers tries them forward now, and ball comes to ground. A quick kick out by Gamandi.
Having a really strong second half, Gamandi.
Hand pass comes across, and Wanderers looking to make something out of this. Some good hands again in traffic. Kick around the corner, and in there is Jessica Stepaker.
Yeah, just didn't have the ball there and was manhandled.
She was strong in the contest as well, and deserved the free kick there. Kicks down the line, chipping across was Lucy Motlop. Picked it up on the second attempt. That hand pass goes a bit high. Miskin Rippier knocks it forward. Amy Narkle's first there for Wanderers.
Really good fight there from Chantel Miskin-Rippier and Michaela Ward to help out.
So Tashara Devon dropped the ball then when she was trying to run off with it, but she was running before she took possession, and the ball eventually gets stuck in underneath Grace Skian, and it'll be a ball up again by umpire Sam Cunningham. Strong over the top was Wolsey with the fist on the ball.
A 3-time ruck there. It was 3 fists.
But, ball comes inside 50 now for Nightcliff. Nicely picked up there, but tackled unfortunately. Couldn't get the kick away, and some numbers around the ball again, and we'll have another restart inside forward 50 for Nightcliff this time.
Yeah, just pairing up again here. Morgan Johnson free in that contest, and it's going to go to her. So they just need to pair off with a stoppage like that.
Jade DeMello gets a hand pass across eventually. Well, good tackle there, and Sophia Malboy again for Wanderers drives the ball towards the centre circles. Bounces in there, spills out to the side, but it's Nightcliff who get their hands on the ball, drive it forward. Some strong defensive work there, and Wanderers come back into attack again. Serena Corrie there for Nightcliff picks up, but she's tackled. Ball spills out, and it's Gamandi again for Nightcliff who drives them forward. Miskin Ripper underneath couldn't hold the mark. Spilled out, but she's first back on it. Kicks off the ground. But Wanderers are set up pretty well behind the ball, and
Davin's been superb back there, just clean, picking it up and getting the ball going forward for Wanderers.
Lucy Motlop picked up run with the ball, but tackled in the end. So I think Lucy's shown some glimpses today as well, but just caught that time. And
yeah, their decision making under pressure has been really impressive. That was one little blip.
So Stepaker for Nightcliff is on the end of that kick forward. Simmons in there, picks up off the ground, gets a hand pass out, but it's Georgia Bilius who put her teammate under a bit of pressure with the hand pass, and Georgia came back in again and was really tackled strongly in there, and the tackle's going to be rewarded eventually. Probably could have been rewarded a bit earlier, but strong tackle there by Michaela Ward, and Nightcliff the opportunity to go forward again. Chip comes out wide, some good defensive pressure there, and Wanderers are able to repel that attacking move by Wanderers.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the right option to go short on the 45. Just needed to bang it in long and hope some of your talls in there can find some of the forwards.
So it's Elspeth Farley on the bottom of the pack there, but Wanderers bring it away. Bounces off the chest there. And a scramble for the ball on the ground. Manji in there again, got a bit of a knock to the head, but Wanderers kicked it forward. Corrie over the ball this time. Hand passes up to a teammate McDermott with a little kick over the top. Mandy again. But that kick smothered, and Gamandi falls back into Gamandi's zone, but still can't get a clear kick forward. And the ball looks like it's trapped in underneath.
She might get another touch here.
Cool. And now it eventually comes out of that pack again. Good body work by McDermott. Got the hand pass across to Russell. She kicked forward, and the ball falls into Simmons' hands. She hand passes forward. Miskin Rippier kicks forward for Nightcliff, and it's Georgia Halkitis, strong in defence for Wanderers, who picks up and clears the ball out. Simmons again gets a hand pass. Miskin Rippier almost takes it off her hand and then drives long forward. Good contest overhead.
Got the numbers here, Nightcliff, if they can get a clean possession. Just needed someone front and centre for that that attempted mark that he tried.
Yeah, it was a strong tackle by Wolsey, and probably unlucky not to be rewarded. I think she tried to break the tackle, but anyway, all comes out.
Much cleaner though, Nightcliff much cleaner in this fourth quarter compared to the first half.
So we'll have a ball up again, just inside forward 50 for Nightcliff. Simmons gets the hit out, and Sam Cunningham quick on the whistle that time to ball it up.
Just looking at the matchups here, a couple of Wanderers players free out the back of that contest.
Ball is getting tied up inside and under, and no one willing to
Yeah, they need to
get it out
capitalise here
quickly.
now. Nightcliff need to make it count. Plenty of forward entries.
Some good defensive work there by Armistead. Kicked the ball wide. I think it's going to stay inside the boundary line out there. And Nightcliff are first to it, but Wanderers with some good defensive pressure. And now kick comes forward on. It's almost a good intercept mark taken there. Not paid, but picked up, and McDermott again gets the kick forward for Nightcliff. And bit of a scramble for the ball on the ground there. Michaela Rinaldi was in there, but eventually the whistle's gone and it'll be a Wanderers free kick.
Armistead having a little bit more, a little bit more impact now in the second half. Probably feeling the effects of the heat in the first half and just getting acclimatised to the conditions.
So their kick forward went to between half forward and centre for Wanderers, but we'll have another ball up there. So
Nightcliff need a wriggle on here. They want to produce a miracle finish.
12 minutes in, I think it's going to be a bit tight for them, and that won't help them. They're holding the ball, free kick. And
Shara Davinsine,
again.
Jamila Totham free.
But evades both of them. Rinaldi gets the kick forward for Nightcliff. Ball comes to ground. Front and centre was Stepica, but couldn't take it cleanly. And now Wanderers the opportunity to clear it out of there, but falls into Wolsey's hands. She's tackled as she picked up the ball. Ball spills out here. Rinaldi round the corner, drives Nightcliff out of defence,
well read.
but
Halkitis.
a good mark again by Halkitis in defence. She chips back inside and finds a teammate there in Kalakis. Kalakis kicks the ball inside forward 50. Contested over strongly by Turnbull, knocked the ball in front of her and was first to recover, picked up but was tackled. Couldn't get the ball out.
Great courage there from Turnbull to run through the pack and just keep the footy going forward. Create a stoppage, gets everyone reset, break.
Yeah, she's been strong in defence again for Nightcliff today, and had a couple of opportunities going forward that she probably didn't quite take, but she's probably been one of their better players.
Yeah, agreed. I think she'll learn from that though.
Yep. Comes in long. So we're inside Wanderers forward 50 now. Ball's disputed on the ground, and no one can get a clear kick away. Opportunity here for Olympia Maloney to drive it forward. Corey couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground and looks like into the back of a Wanderers player there, and Sophie Armistead wins the free kick, and she'll kick from about 30 out.
Should have the distance here. Yeah, should back herself and have a go at goals.
So plenty of numbers on the goal line, so she's gone back a fair way.
Oh, I think she might be soaking up the time a bit here, Stu.
So approaches now, pretty deliberate, and kicks high towards the goal line, but doesn't quite make the distance. Mark's spilt down there and comes to ground. Hacked out of there by Hannah Turnbull. Oh, and her teammate took the mark and just wandered off, Grace Skian. But umpire said, no, I'll give you the opportunity to go back and have your kick. So she kicks towards the half-back flank, but a strong mark there.
Totham
again.
Yeah. Very impressive game.
She drives the ball forward looking for Shakeen Dasachi, who we really haven't called in the last quarter.
Pretty quiet in the fourth quarter. I think she did all the damage quite early in the game.
Certainly did, but it's gone out of bounds and we'll have another boundary throw in. So we're into time on now in the final quarter, so the game's winding down, and looks like Wanderers have done enough to win. Hand pass comes out from Armistead. Kick around the corner, goes towards the top of the goal square again. Some good strong body working there. Keeps the ball in front. But now Nightcliff the opportunity to come out. And Siren beats that snap on goal, which would have been pretty good by Kiona Dasachi, but doesn't count, of course. And so Nightcliff won the last quarter. They probably had the better of it, looked a bit better in the last quarter, but
just needed to capitalise, really. They had all of those forward entries, but didn't really make it count, and I guess that was the nature of the game, the way it turned out.
Wanderers did all the work in the first 3 quarters and deserved the win in the end, and so as we go into the Christmas break, Wanderers with a win lifts them up to 5th place on the ladder, I would think, and so the final score here at TIO Stadium is Wanderers 5-5-35, defeated Nightcliff 3-1-19. Thanks, Heidi.
Thanks,
Have a good Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas.
See you in the new year.
Will do.